DJ Khaled and Nazi, we about to make the world go bananas. We the best, Africa, let's go. I'm so rude, yeah, no manners. I make the crowd go bananas. I shut your party down, you hate it. Everybody know, yeah, I made it. I make the crowd go bananas. Make the party go bananas. I make a girl go bananas. Everybody go.
I actually wanted to ask you, since like you have resolved that you are going to marry a Korean man or you want to have Malaysian babies, does this now mean that like you closed the door on all other ethnicities with immediate effect?
No, I think I've always been clear. I like men from preferably Korea, Nigeria, and like anywhere in West Africa. What this means is that like I don't want to marry anyone South African. That is just one point that I just want to make clear in case people are confused. I don't necessarily. I'm not like going out there to look for like Korean men and Nigerian men, but I'm definitely not looking, or I don't have any desire to be married to a South African nigga. Well, unless if it happens, but I just hope it doesn't, because nah, fam.
But realistically speaking, as a realist, realistically speaking, geographically speaking, it is more likely to happen.
There is no geography on the internet, Paul.
Okay, so you have Korean Tinder.
Yeah, there's no geography on the internet, and I feel like I can literally meet anybody from everywhere. And I personally have like a lot of other African guys who are not from South Africa in my like circle, and if everything fails, I'll just pick one of them and live happily ever after.
Because that makes sense, right?
Yes.
I'm asking you, saying there is no geographically speaking on the internet. Hence, I was asking, do you have Korean Tinder or West African Tinder? Nah.
I don't have, but I have a lot of West African people in my circle. That's what I'm saying. Like the last time I dated a guy from South Africa was when? I don't think. Woo! It was a long time ago. So when I did what? When I just learned using chopsticks.
I'm not doing that. If I'm coming to your wedding, you better have a fork and a lepola there for me. That's not happening. No.
Nothing. And I feel like if I do end up in like West Africa, you just have to get yourself familiarized with like the different tastes from like West Africa and stuff. But I have no interest in dating a South African guy.
I'm not eating at your wedding if you marry Nigeria, by the way.
Then come with your own skaftini then, Paul. Come with your own skaftini.
Will you be live streaming the wedding? I can just watch it with a McDonald's burger from home.
I actually, fun fact, not that anyone cares, but I'm going to tell you anyways because I'm a bitch. I want to get married in South Africa. I feel like the big ceremony, I'm going to have it here. And then all the other, like maratanas will do it like elsewhere. But like the main ceremony is happening in SA.
Maratana.
Yeah. And I feel like
and Kim Jong to like become more than friends, maybe like you will bring some color into his life and his suits,
So just finish the 5 in one pen.
And I feel like if like somebody who's Asian, preferably Korean, but any country in Asia. Like I literally don't choose. I like every ethnicity, like every color, every shape, every form, except South African niggas. Like as long as you're not South African, I feel like me and you and American. I feel like I don't like American people. No, not people, American guys. They don't like me too, so we don't have to argue about that. So if you are preferably Korean but Asian is fine. And Indian, ooh, Indian guys. Let's not get started on like Indian guys. But if you are Asian and if you are African, not South African, I feel like you can hit me up if you're single. Of course, even if you're not single, I mean, like it's a,
Yeah,
like
dog eat dog world. Hey, Dineo, no, don't do that. Abort mission.
yeah, because like most of my friends were actually like saying, or like, wena khani, what's bothata ba ho keng e? Like we want to come to your wedding. And when I look at my life, the dryness in my life, the amount of cerebos in my life is just too much, too much, just too much, So if you are Asian and African and
If you're not
European,
South
okay,
African, in short, if you are not South African or American,
yes.
you qualify
Not.
for a visa.
Oh, I feel like, but let's just leave Europe out of this. So I don't want to talk about Europe. But if you not South African, not American, you can hit me up. Mara, if you are like Nigerian American, like if you are not just American, if you are like something American, it's fine. But if you are just American, then yeah, don't hit me up.
Hi, no, bakwile.
Yeah.
They must never say I didn't plug them.
You
Because me,
see,
I'm the
this is what
plug.
the plug's at. I mean, y'all don't even know what I look like, but
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
matter.
I get we are trying to push the narrative that looks don't matter, even though they absolutely do.
They absolutely do. But yeah, just
Yeah.
listen to my voice and then that's something if it tingles you somewhere, like just hit me up. Because everybody in my life be complaining that like my cerebus flakes are sort of spicing up their food and their food has become a bit salty because of my existence. So baby girl out, you know.
Okay. So uh I'm just gonna continue with the same energy I've been on since this morning. Some call it a pandemic. I don't really think it is. Uh, Male and female besties. Yay
Oh.
or nay? Yay or nay?
Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
It's a yay for me.
I mean, you're asking girls. Obviously, we are the ones who have
But
mostly male besties, so it's a yay.
listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like in my instance, my best friend is a girl, right? So
Mm-hmm.
uh obviously now you have to keep like the same energy across, you know? So
Mm.
it can't be like, hey, my best friend's a girl, and then like uh when your significant other has like female or male friends, you know, it's
Mm.
like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, the
Mm.
energy has to like be the same across it. So like, the same way where like if you're dating someone and they don't have a problem with something, you can't like in reverse, you know, have a problem with it.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
yeah, but for me, I also feel like um it shouldn't just be like because like some people would be like you can't be Dineo Makwela, however years old you are, and like you don't have like male friends, and like all you do all day is like you are a indoors person, like hanging with your girlfriends, and then like you start dating like a dude who has a female best friend, like want to be like, okay, now I'm going to go get like, you know, a male friend, because that's not you. I'm just saying, or like, let it be authentic to who you are. Don't let it be like, just something you do because the other person is doing it, or like because that's who the other person is, because they came into the relationship like as this package that like I am so and so, and like I have maybe like um a lot of males in my life, you know. So now your guy can't just now like because you and Paul are hanging out the entire day now go grab Dineo and say like, hey, this is my female bestie now. You know what
But
I'm
I feel
saying?
like that's the why are you hanging around all day with your best friend when you are in a relationship?
That's another thing, because I think for me, I've always said for it, like I don't think people have problem with the male bestie per se, but it shouldn't be. I think it starts being a problem when like they feel like they are now in competition with that person for your attention, and um this person is getting the energy and affection that like you not being shown. I think then it becomes a problem, because like you do that means what, like you showing this person that like you are capable of certain things that they would like, but like you're not doing them. I think that's when it becomes a problem.
I man, people generally don't have a problem with like their partners having like friends of the opposite sex. But then the thing is now when you can't hang out with your friend all day and expect your partner not to have a problem. I feel like people start having problems when it's start now to affect the relationship, you know. And even comments, it's like, oh, Carmen looked nice in that dress, Mara. He's not saying anything about me, but he's
Mm.
always complimenting his best friend. So it's gonna be like, okay, so who are you dating? Kahle kahle, it's obviously gonna cause jealousy, you know. So I feel like having a best friend of the opposite sex is not a problem. I personally feel that way because I have a lot of penises in my life, you know. So I personally
Yeah,
feel that way.
if you put it
And
like that, it's over. Like same time. Like I have a
no,
lot of
pants, not anywhere near me. I just have people who have penises in
and
my
you must
life.
you must clarify. You must clarify. You can't just be telling me like, hey nigga, I have a lot of penises in
Penises
my life.
around me.
Are you okay
No,
with it? Like, fuck
I
no.
call guys, I call guys penises because that's what they are.
They have sex. They have sex hanging on them anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I personally don't have a problem with it, but it will become a problem if I feel like I'm the best friend and now she's the girlfriend because she's just in our lives too much. And Lena also try to make it a point that um my male best friends don't um meddle in my relationships or interfere, or I don't have the correct word, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Unless if you are not doing things right, then I will just be petty and compare you. No, I'm kidding. People should not do that. But yeah, I guess my point is no problem. I'm not against it, but and I feel like man, ish, like how do you guys what do you guys think about people who still spend the same amount of time they used to spend with their friends when they are single once they have a partner? Like Because I personally think that you have to like change and maybe see them once nyana, every now and again. Mara, you can't then hang around with your friend every day, you know.
Yeah, well, obviously, when you are in a relationship, time
Don't say
spent there now.
obviously. Don't say obviously, because there are a lot of niggas from Channel
Family.
M, Europa, and all these places who have people waiting for them at home. So it's not that obvious for them.
It should be though. Like it should be common sense. It should be logic. I have a boyfriend. I can't be hanging around with Paul until 4 a.m. That's bullshit. It should be obvious. Once you get in a relationship, your friend must know hore me bra re fella hi ke tla bona hi one in a week and then we'll see each other some other day. Not every day.
So there are 7 days in a week, I guess, and they get
Yes.
one. 6 are yours.
One.
Kerabona. They get one, and 6 are yours.
Yes.
Okay. I get why men think women are crazy. That's what happening. 6 out of 7
Yeah,
days.
like
Bro.
my Asian West African men just know that no, we can't be having a messed up ratio when it comes to your friends. Like they get the mafufurani and I get the loaf. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's
I'm
how
not
it goes.
I'm not like when you get to be like our age, yes, I fully agree that like the ratio you spend with your significant other should outweigh the ratio you spend with your friends. Because that's another thing I noticed where like I'm like, okay, y'all niggas are stupid because you'd have a guy who's like who has a group of friends, you know, and he's always with them, but like they make sure, you know, they make time for their significant others. Niggas will leave and say, "Oh, hey, Papa, now I'm going to see my significant other." But there you are, who also has a significant other, but you know, the ratio is just not what it should be, you know. So I agree, but I wouldn't say 6 out of the 7 days. That's crazy for me. I For me, it's like, nah, fam. Within 7 days, I need time to myself as well. Not
Yeah,
necessarily.
the six
Exactly.
days
So
to myself. The 6 days, I'll take 3 days for myself and then 3 days for my
and
significant
sometimes you
other.
can have time by yourself while you're with me. Like I don't get why you are confused. What is
No,
confusing you?
no. Get the fuck out. That's not happening. But also, I feel like what I've observed with a lot of people is people are actually not friends of the people they are dating. Like the label is just girlfriend or boyfriend, and that's just limited to like a we are having intercourse and doing some things together. But like there's not really like, you know, a friendship basis foundation where like niggas can just chill and do things with their people, you know. Cheshaka 60, I'm gonna go have a beer with the dudes. I'm gonna go see my girl for an hour and then I'm gonna go home. That's the routine. So like within all that there's like no real friendship. And I guess maybe that's why like the ratio is so disproportionate as well. Because people want to spend time with their friends. So if your significant other is not your friend, obviously then like yeah. Some people are in relationships and they're strangers and they've been dating for years and years.
Yeah, that's true. But
Years.
West African boyfriend, if you are dating me, we are gonna be friends. So don't worry about what Paul is saying. Us, we are not going to have a problem.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's cool that you're saying, or we're gonna be friends. So since you seem to have it figured out, help the people who do not have the friendship of their significant others. How do they become friends? Where do they start?
But
Especially if it's like we are already like maybe 2 years deep into this.
okay, this is just my personal preference. Like, do whatever works for you. And well, if you want to hear this advice, it means it's not working for you, right? So let's just help you out.
Mm.
So I think the first thing that I realized is that you guys must have common interests, and like the thing is sometimes your guy just wants to, maybe let's choose something simple, watch soccer with his friends, because it's nice, like just have a beer and watch soccer. No big booty holes, no anything, just watching soccer and enjoying soccer with someone who is gonna be like, yeah, there goes um Litulunani, and well, if you hate soccer, then obviously your man is not going to want to watch soccer with you because you hate soccer and he does not get the same feeling. So, your girl, like a girl, your ass better, like, start enjoying the shit out of soccer so that you guys can have, the thing together. So instead of like going to his friends, he's going to say, no, my girl is here. And then you guys start enjoying soccer together, and then it's a friendship. So we are building a friendship. But I'm not just talking about soccer, I'm just talking about life in general. Try to be interested in the things that your partner is interested in. I'm not saying like just like live your life and bam. Number
Mm.
two, I would say that don't be overbearing. Allow your partner to have space alone so that they also like have time to like miss you and like want to spend time with you. But it also has other benefits, but just allow your partner to sort of like unwind and have time alone and just for tech from your space. Number I'd say number three is like,
What
just
was
think.
number two? What was number two?
Number two is
Don't
allow your partner to have space.
Ah,
Give them space, and don't let the only time you give them space be the time when you guys have a mini breakup. No, don't do that. Like, cause honestly, I feel like this space
wait,
thing is.
before you continue, let's off ramp for a while. Uh, how long how long must the breakup last for it to be official that it's officially over?
Ish.
for me it's a month.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are quiet and whatnot in a month, then are we done? I move on. If you see me with somebody else, don't say anything. I can't be not talking, so keep it moving.
Ish. Well, I wouldn't know because I don't do the back and forth. Like you get people who like break up like 10 times. I don't do that. I only break up once. And if we break up, then it's
Yeah,
like
but
it's
like
over.
that's what I want to know. When do you know that like we broke
It's
up?
done.
The day I break up with you, that's when I know that we broke up because we're not getting back together. For
So
me,
so you've never gotten back together with someone like after 5 days and everyone like just calmed down and realized what like ah, okay, like I've gotten some perspective and like maybe in that moment we just needed space or whatnot.
never,
Ever.
ever.
Savage.
No, that's just how I am. And like
Like
I've said it so
savage.
many times on this podcast, that's just it. I've never, like, I don't do that. We don't break up like we get mad at each other for one day to tomorrow we fix our
But
problems and we move on. That's just what it is. And if
but
we break up,
but okay, so wait, because for me I feel like that because for sharp sometimes it's like you need to like just keep it moving. But how is that going to translate into your marriage?
what if we break up? We break up.
Exactly. Is it like a what's like
Okay.
how do I put
First,
this?
first things first. I feel like everybody. Well, if I get married to someone, then they already know what type of person I am, and we are not. I'm not the type to break up and spend like 5 days apart. No, I get bored super quickly, and I feel like if I do that, like I'm not gonna come back. So if you marry me, then your ass already knows that we are not breaking up in this relationship. Get mad for 2 hours. After 2 hours, we must fix whatever it is that we are mad about. But unless you cheated, then I'm divorcing your ass and taking all your money. But
Ooh.
if it's just they're like problems that we can fix, then we're not breaking up. We're not doing the 5 days apart separation. I don't do separations. Never. I don't do separations and I don't do mini breakups. And I don't do 10 days, 10,000, 15 days without talking. Nope, I don't do none of that.
Shoo, I'm applying to be you in that department. I'm applying.
Yeah, but for everyone out there who's just not like me, because everyone else like does the we break up for 10 days and get back together because we realize we can't live without each other, and then the next time, by the time we finally break up, like we have already broken up like 10 times already. If you do that, I feel like for a lot of people that I know, because everyone else, like, it's like a norm, like normal people like myself don't do that, but all the other crazy ones do that, and they make up a larger percentage of, you know, the population. But let me just say to you people who do that, let me give you a rule actually. Your asses must break up for like a week, and then anything longer than a week is a breakup. You can go fetch your clothes at his place. You can throw away, delete the picture. Who about that? If I break up with you today, I'm deleting your pictures tomorrow. Is that too quick?
Well, considering it's you know, but
Yeah.
since like, in Dini's instance where she's like generous enough to like give it a month, uh, I'm assuming she's not doing that too hastily. How long before you delete pictures, Dean?
After it's a breakup. After I know it's a done deal, you're not gonna see each other anymore. Then I delete
Or
everything.
on day number 31,
On
you are
day number
deleting.
31. Or on day number 25, because now that's a long stretch. Already there's no recovery from that. So
Okay, but what I want to know, because for me, I don't delete pictures. Here's why.
why?
Uh, I collect experiences, moments, and memories. Like that's what I like draw my life experiences from, and like whatever shit I creative shit I come from. They come from like my experiences, memories, and all that shit. And nobody takes a picture when they're mad. Most pictures we have are of great moments. The fact that we broke up does not change that that specific moment was a good moment. That was a good day. That it doesn't take away any like things might be sour now, but it doesn't take away from what that was. So for me, I'm like, I'm not going to disregard all the good because now it's bad. Yeah, we broke up, fine, you moved on, I moved on. But for me,
I think that the way unkulunkulu created us, he created us in such a way that we can take pictures with our brains. So we don't need to keep the pictures in our phones, honestly, because your brain is like your brain is a computer, a cell phone, all at once. And I feel like all of those memories, they can be up here, and they don't need to be in my phone for my next amazing Korean African boyfriend to see. You see?
Yeah, but they're not on my phone. They're on my cloud. I don't save stuff on my phone. I will move everything to my cloud at some point.
They shouldn't be there, but that's a you thing. That's a you thing. I understand.
That's my thing. For me, like, I understand that, like, some people can be triggering just seeing them or some shit, and like everyone needs to like deal with things differently, like some people are like, I need to not hear his name, see him anyway, like even if it's a face, people unfriend, block, and all that shit because we all heal differently. But me
Yeah.
on the
But
I am
will you not be happy if they stumble upon these pictures that you're keeping so safe in your life?
I'm not keeping them safe. It's like literally when we take a picture with my phone, it moves to my cloud. So it's not there because I'm keeping it safe. It's there because that's where it went. I'm just saying I never go back and do the whole delete thing. It's it's a moment in my life that was good. It happened, and
But
like that doesn't what
regardless, will your partner be happy finding all of these pictures?
I don't know. I'll ask her.
They won't be. They won't be. Like, oh, you dated me 5 years ago and you still have my picture. The fuck?
It's where it went to the cloud.
No,
It's
no.
still there. Still there.
You know what you're doing, Paul, ne? Is like,
Yeah.
and please try this in your personal life and see and tell me if it works. What you are doing, actually cooking with a pot and not cleaning it, and then cooking something else and not cleaning it. And that is what you're doing. It's like you're using the same pot to like cook everything. Like the food is not gonna taste nice.
Uh no, I don't agree with your analogy. I don't. I don't agree with your analogy.
So you
Explain to
wouldn't have a problem with like seeing a like a pictures on your girlfriend's cloud of like every guy she's dated.
if it was like that's her past. That's like for me. It's like what you're saying. What you saying is a you have a past, and like obviously I can't erase it. You can erase a picture, but oksalayo, it happened, and that is not something you're ever gonna take away. So I don't understand how like deleting a picture changes that.
So you wouldn't have a problem with like just seeing pictures of the cloud out there
I don't. I wouldn't. It's
of
like,
some guy caressing and kissing your girl.
why must it be kissing now?
No, but
It's a picture. It's a memory. Actually, it's a picture. It was taken in great memory.
Yeah, well, that's a different type of memory. That one is a different type of memory. No,
well, Korean African boyfriend. Me, I don't want any pictures of your ex-girlfriends on your cloud, in your phone, on your memory stick, on your anything. Delete. Just delete everything.
you were
But yeah, I
saying
guess
number three.
number 3 is and I'm gonna trigger a lot of you because like a lot of you guys do this a lot. A relationship is not only about sex, you know. Like you don't have to have sex every day. You must be able to just spend time with your partner without having sex.
Yeah.
Who are these people having sex every day? Sex
There
is so expensive.
are, there are people who they get bored, and when they are bored, they have sex. When they don't have anything to talk about, they have sex. It's like they substitute sex for everything else that they have to do, and that is not good for a relationship. And out of all the things that I've said, I mean, like, they might work for you, they might not. People are different, but the thing is, if you guys just find fun things to do together, and if your partner enjoys having you around, and if having you around does not feel like an extreme sport, and if they can be comfortable doing literally anything that they want,
Unless they
then
like extreme sports.
extreme sports,
Yeah.
then we do that together too, you know. And
Yeah,
if I'm not,
I'm referring to the context of what you're saying, where unless your partner is like, it doesn't feel like an extreme sport having them around. Because some niggas do like the girl who's an extreme sport. I'm just
yeah, I guess, but that also can be a bit toxic in the end because wow. But if that's what you like, then it's okay. Whatever your partner likes, you know. So like you guys must just find a way to sort of like just enjoy things together and have your things and the same things. I don't know how, but it works for other people. The thing is, there's no recipe to like a good relationship. I guess it's just different stroke for different folks, and some people like stroking it too much. But
you had to say
whatever
stroke.
works,
You had to.
you know. So whatever works for you. But then, as long as you guys can just enjoy each other every time, cause like I think you said it, Paul, that like if you are your partner's friend, then they not gonna have like the urge to like spend time with their friend
Yeah.
because it's like a friend right here. So that are some of the ways that you can have like a good time with your partner. Like in not in every I feel like I am very influential, ne? And that's just a me thing. That's just a personality like that.
Influence.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And let me explain what I mean by that. I just mean that like um I find a way in like whether be it a friendship or a relationship, whatever, I find a way to sort of like get enjoy what I like and I also enjoy what they like. And in the end we are just doing something because that's what we enjoy because that's just how it is now.
Doesn't that it sounds more like manipulation than influence?
No, it is. It's influence. It's not manipulation.
Manipulated the situation.
Bruh, I
But
can't, I like noodles so much, and if you end up liking noodles, I did not manipulate you. I influenced you into liking noodles because that's just how I.
gang people like just like like things in inverted commas until they don't like them anymore. When you all start fighting and like, and I hate noodles type of shit, that happens. But
Why are you trying to like you don't genuinely like them?
say that again.
Yeah, it's stupid to pretend that you like something when you don't.
It is, but you'd be surprised how many people actually do it.
That's true, actually. Because I also realized it after relationships, and I'm like, I did not even love you to begin with, you know? So it's like, it happens.
Wow.
It too. Damn, I didn't love you.
Wait, Dineo.
I only realized when it was over that, like, motherfucker, I don't even love you.
Exactly. So
Wow.
it happens. It happens, but like, don't pretend to love people. It doesn't end well.
Do you think?
I know from experience.
Wow.
Wow.
Sure. Is he still in therapy? Oh, How is he doing?
He's fine. He's fine. He's a soldier.
Like how is his dating life nowadays? Did he change
I
his
don't
life?
know.
Did he
Hey, it's
change?
not my problem. It's not my problem. Mm.
Um, I guess it boils down to like in situations it's like what's keeping us together. Because if it is just sex, like at some point it's gonna fizzle out, you know. It's
Yeah.
just gonna it's not enough to keep like a relationship. It's not enough to sustain a relationship, contrary to what people think, you know. So there's when it's just based on that and like there's nothing else there and all you guys are investing into the relationship is your bodies, yeah, you know, at some point it's gonna start to show, you know, because as humans, the thing people don't understand is like as a human, the moment you wake up and you go outside and like you start experiencing life and witnessing things, these are experiences and every day like they change your opinion on things and like how you want to live, you know. So like you are changing on a daily basis constantly based on your experiences, you know. And if if you if you don't like find a way to like uh sort of like make your partner a part of these experiences, there comes a point in your relationship where you guys realize like you are strangers, you know, and it's like people always say, or like, you're not the person I fell in love with. Of course I'm not. This is 5 years later. You think I'm gonna stay like the same person I was 5 years ago? You know, the question should be, where were you when I was changing, and where was I when you were changing?
Mm.
Because I
And I
think
feel,
that, go ahead.
you know, I feel like experiences. No, I feel like interest. Yes, that was what I was about to say. Interests are very important for like any relation that you're gonna have with like literally anyone. And that is the reason why even like a lot of friendships, you will lose friendships along the way because like we failed to sort of grow together, you know.
Mm,
Because it's like when we are in high school, okay, we have the same interests because we are both in high school. We are both talking about the same thing, the same people, and then we move to another stage in life and we are doing two completely different things and we're gonna bore each other eventually because I'm talking about this and you're talking about that and then it's like okay, it does not make sense. So I feel like interest will always be number one to like sort of maintain any relation that you have with like literally anybody. It's like
and
the relationship with your parents. To be able to maintain it, they must be interested in your interests. Otherwise, you can divorce your parents, you know. If you feel like they are not interested in what you are doing and they're not interested in your life, you can break up
yeah,
with them, you know.
do I walk away with half of their shit?
Yeah, where you take all their money and divorce them.
If only, if only. Like, yeah, mom and dad, I want a divorce. You guys can keep the house, and I'll take the car.
Yeah.
Or you guys can move out. I'll give you the car.
uh, but also, I think if you think about it, the only thing you really have in common in high school is you all want to finish school, you all want a job, you all want a car and a house. That's
Hmm.
like the common goal. When
And you all
it's
have a crush on the hottest guy in school.
yeah, I can't relate. But I think once you finish, because like now it becomes a lot more detailed, like for instance with me, my friends believed in working the system. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put my head down, and after 20 years, eh, I'll have enough money to do this and this and like retire safely. Or like they decided to play it safe. Where I was
Mm.
like, I I spent like 2 years or 3 years like in the system. Like I hate this shit. Like I can't stand it. So I need to find a way to like uh you know beat it, or like just escape totally from it. And like the moment where like that there was like that sort of like clash of opinion or interest, like you sort of drift apart, because like now you're working like in a different direction. Like no matter how hard you guys try to like just like keep it together, eventually you're just gonna like you said, you're just gonna drift apart. Because truth be told, it's like you said, interest. At some point, if you work in a mine, you're bound to find someone, Komidupi or Escom or wherever, you just like, yeah, that's a cool dude. Like who you can complain about like excavators and shit like that, or whatever happens in a mine. Or like if you
Mm.
work in a bank, like you can bond over like customers who are pricks or whatever. It's bound to happen. It's bound to
Mm-hmm.
happen. High school, yeah, you think like, because everyone is like, yeah, I'm gonna get rich of my bestie, and we're gonna be neighbors, and our kids are gonna be best friends. No, not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna have synchronized periods and uh, deliver babies the same day and all that. Not happen.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So, um, I am officially the relationship advisor, ne? And if you want a relationship that will last exactly 2 weeks and 2 days, you must take my advice.
What? How long is your longest relationship?
Me,
Yes.
it was 2 years, and then there was a 4 year one, but
So, why?
but I'm not gonna talk about that one. But it was my most like
So you don't
meaningful
acknowledge the 4 year one.
relationship.
You don't acknowledge the 4 year one.
No, I do. I'm talking about it. It was like the most meaningful relationship I've ever had. And I still have like a lot of um I have a cupboard for the person in my heart somewhere. He is literally the only person who I still would fucks with even now. Even though I wouldn't. But I'm just saying he's the only
You
person
would.
I
Like, how's there a cupboard in your heart? And I get shit for having pictures. Like, there's an entire cupboard in your heart, fam.
yes. Mara, no, that's not the love cupboard. Come on, Nigerian and Korean boyfriend, don't get it wrong. It's not like a love cupboard. It's like a friendship, I heart you kind of cupboard, you know? It's like you are a cool person kind of cupboard.
Ooh. So
Yeah,
now,
you see that one. Did you see that cupboard that had the spillies in the middle? The old ones with the mirror in the middle.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sometimes that mirror, that skinny mirror was like a compartment, and that's how big the cupboard is. So don't think I'm talking about like a huge ass cupboard. That's like a whole closet in my heart. No, it's just a small yana cupboard.
You said what you said. No, you said it.
Yes, but I generally don't have like anything shorter than 6 months, because that's where my relationships begin. Is not a relationship for me.
just
So
dating.
yeah, that's just getting to know each other, and
Mm.
Yeah, seeing if it will work, and if we don't reach there, or if we just go over it a bit, you know.
So you opened up a very interesting conversation in that cupboard. You
Mm-hmm,
mentioned the friendship cupboard. So
mm-hmm.
being on the like male and female besties uh topic, how comfortable are you with your significant other being like good friends with like someone they date?
I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, with this person that I'm talking about, like me and him are cool, man. And like the thing is, people don't believe that you can literally, like, legit be friends with somebody you once dated and have no feelings for them and just like them as a person, because it's like, yeah, you are a cool person, but maybe me and you would have been even better as friends instead of in a
Yeah,
relationship.
100.
So, yeah, I feel like I personally have that relationship with like someone else, so I wouldn't have a problem. Now, the only problem will be when like now it starts interfering in our relationship. But I personally don't have a problem with it. You can be friends with your ex, because people can legit be like genuine friends. You can be friends with your baby mama. It's like I
I
personally
recommend
don't
that
have a problem with it.
you for your kids' sake.
Hmm. But the friendship must not be dodgy now. Like, I got lost in
You
the
be
road and her house was the closest thing and I was thirsty, and because I was thirsty I needed to eat. So I
nigga,
ended up at her house.
you were thirsty, nigga. You were thirsty, yeah.
Yeah, so you were thirsty and you needed to eat. So, we're not gonna be having none of that. But I personally don't have a problem. Like, let me just say this: people can become genuine friends after dating. It can happen. It's not something that is like, because a lot of people will probably be like, nope, there's no such. If you've slept together, if you've had sex before, then there's absolutely no way you can become friends. And you can. You can. You can.
Jin Jin, yay or nay on the ex friendship?
It's a yay from me. As long as that friendship is not jeopardizing the current relationship, then I don't see a problem with it.
Hmm.
What if she's prettier than you?
Then so
Ooh.
what? Then
So
so
what?
what?
Don't shut up. I hate you guys. So what? Don't so what me. What's gonna happen?
There's always gonna be somebody prettier than me. Like
Wait
that
until
effect is there's always gonna be somebody prettier. You're gonna see somebody way prettier than me all the time. And so what?
Exactly.
So
she
what?
doesn't have to be your boyfriend's. She doesn't have to be your boyfriend's ex. That's not always the case. So don't
Be
so what me.
all five of them can be prettier than me. All the five exes can be prettier than me. And then so what?
Look at you, all confident and comfortable.
Yeah,
Go
that is true
you.
though. That is true. I feel like a lot of guys want to sort of put girls in a box and let them think that they must always fear people who are prettier than them, because that's the only thing guys care about. And it's absolutely not true. So it's like some girls are pretty, like some girls are pretty. Like I don't know what God was thinking when he was making them. Some girls are like legit pretty, and there's
He
you are
had
just pretty.
rested. It was made after the seventh day, after he had rested.
Exactly. Some girls are just like that, and you look at her, and then you'll be like, "Yo, you know what? I, I feel like I can leave my boyfriend for you." So
Word.
yeah, some girls are pretty, but it's okay for you to not feel threatened by someone who's prettier than you, and not to um compare yourself, because the truth is, people are pretty in their own way. And then there are people who are just generally very attractive, and there are people who are not gonna, okay, they're always gonna find them attractive, but they're not gonna wanna date and marry them. And that's not what life is about.
I love what you just said. people are pretty in their own way, and then others are just generally pretty. That is just
Yes.
such a politically correct way to say something. I've never thought of it like that. Good for you, Dineo, whoever you are. Uh, but yeah, that is so true because I think at the end of the day, it's like sometimes like we try to project like our own insecurities onto like and make them what our partner feels about a certain person, And you know, at the end of the day, he chose you, and I think if you're going to like just go off like he's prettier than me, then like a part of you might just have to assess like what you feel is your value, because a lot of people are like, you know, matured beyond the point where like only like the surface shit matters to them, where like they find value in other things other than what people look like, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Yeah.
People
Nothing
see
deep.
things differently.
Yeah. Like
Sometimes you may look at two people and not even understand how they got together, but you don't have to understand.
Beyonce and Jay-Z, for example, you know.
Exactly.
there's a
And
billion
Beyonce
there's a
looks at
billion
Jay-Z every
reasons why
morning
that
and goes,
works.
damn, this
There's
is my
a billion reasons why that works. Don't Beyonce Jay-Z me. There's a billion reasons why that works. And like it's never mattered what men look like in relationships. Like, but like, when
I
when
was just
when when when
like,
when when a girl says that, people automatically call her shallow for some reason, but like it's never been like, you know a big selling point that like, oh, this dude is handsome or whatnot. Like it's not as hectic on the guys as it is on girls. That's just never been a thing.
one thing that I want to know from you guys, like, what is beauty? Is it presentation or is it features?
For me, it's uh here's how I look at people. This is how I've looked at people for the past 4 or 5 years of my life. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I look at people as art. You're not gonna imagine if everyone looked like Dini, all 7 billion of us. That is very one-dimensional and not very creative on God's part. It's very mundane. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
if a painter painted the same sculpture or like sculpted the same sculpture like 10,000 times, it loses value. It's like there's 10,000 of these things. Why would I want it? But now with people and like different features and different shades and all that, I feel like uh I more look at people and appreciate like how God is able to combine, or like, yeah, combine like people, like, features like the shape of your head, your skin tone, the shape of your ears and all that, and like, make an entire human being. So for me, it's more, I look at people as abstract art because we all look so different. We have different shapes of noses and stuff like that. So I don't really have like a quintessential idea of like, this is beautiful. I just know that like when I see it, regardless of what it looks like, whether it's like a dark skinned girl, a light skinned girl, a white person or whatnot, I just know that like when I see it, my eyes rest on it.
I feel like for me, beauty is features. Yo,
Mhm.
I feel like I just love, like, that people have like beautiful smiles. Like every time they smile, That people have like dimples, that people have like nice eyes, that people have like very nice eyebrows,
Mm.
So that is beauty for me. But beauty is different for everyone. And I feel like people should really stop being insecure and projecting their own insecurities on other people to make them feel like they're not pretty or handsome or whatever the case is. So beauty is different, but we must agree that some people are just attractive. It's not different what they're attractive. It doesn't matter where they go, how they go, who they go, why they go.
We
They're
we agreed. We agreed that these are the people who were made after the seventh day, the Mithalis of the world, the Beyonces.
Michali, because I feel like Michali is just Michali.
Yeah, like whether you put it in South America or in North America or China or Ghana, she's just gonna Mihlali.
Well, Michali for Paul, let's just put it that way. Michali for Paul and whoever it is for you. Yeah, those people are just attractive and God knows they know, everyone else know, but everyone else is also good looking in their own way for their own people because of their
So
own people.
there are levels to this thing. We are all beautiful, but they are just levels.
Yeah.
No, the,
There
don't put it like
are.
that because now it's like this or
But
that.
no, but if don't try to be politically correct. If you just said horror like this, they
But
are just some people who are just beautiful
Or just
across.
attractive.
Yeah,
that
they're
is that
just
is true. Yeah, that's true. Everyone is beautiful in their own way, but we will never, ever, ever like we can't ignore the fact that there are people who are just attractive, just generally attractive, not in their own way, not for their own people, just generally attractive.
there's
So
been there's been this post going about that I really really like is like it says something along the line of like it's okay if you don't find me attractive. The problem starts when you start trying to make me feel bad about like the way I look. And like that just
exactly.
really like I I I really liked what whoever wrote. Um so yeah, it just is in with what you were saying and all that shit.
Yeah.
For me, it starts with features. For me specifically, I just like people's eyes. It's not about your smile, your how thick you are or whatnot. It's not that. It's just your eyes. I like people's eyes and their eyebrows. Like, yeah. Some people just have sparkles in their eyes. It's so pretty.
And when they look at you, ooh, and that boy says, baby.
Hey guys, don't talk about eyes. There was this one girl. She had like she had just like the right amount of mischief in her eyes and like they were sparkly and shiny like Dini said. Hi, that shout out to that girl. Shout out to that girl.
There are those people, just their eyes. Before you look at their teeth, their smile, their nose, their eyes.
And then
It
now it's
is
even worse because of the marks. The marks is covering everything, so you can only see the eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
Just you, who is exposed there. Oh, wow.
the beauty.
And shout out to me for using chopsticks now every time when I eat.
Jesus Christ.
Like that is like it's unnecessary. This is so unnecessary.
What is the
My
problem?
What's your
wow.
problem?
Winter is starting, please don't disturb us. Relax with the chopsticks.
Yeah, like you and your chopsticks must. When we come to your house, we want forks and malepola.
Ah, I will be putting those away and only chopsticks will be there. Otherwise, just eat with your hands.
I'll bring takeaway forks, Dini. We can't. No,
Because we cannot, we can't. You are.
we
Wow.
get it. We like
Of
Asian
all the
people.
things in the world.
We support you, but please, no, no. This is too much.
No. But it's
Woo.
fine.
Congratulations, Dineo, for using chopsticks. Congratulations, ne?
Thank you.
That's what you wanted to hear? Wow.
So, you guys, that's it for today's episode of Who Will I Date Next? See you on the flip side.
Bye bye.
Bye.